Hello, creeps.
All right, welcome back to Fright Night Flicks. You're here with Dan and Darren.
What's up, guys?
What is up, everybody? Today we have a little treat for you.
Yeah, we wanted to give you guys something special for Halloween, so we're giving you Halloween Rob Zombie Edition.
Evil is here. It's walking amongst us.
Doc, it sounds to me like you're talking about the Antichrist.
Well, perhaps I am.
Rob Zombie. Dude, okay, this is the 2007 Halloween, and we have this one, we got another Rob Zombie follow-up, and then I don't even know, there's a few more we got to go from here.
Correct.
But these are a different world.
It's a Rob Zombie movie.
Yeah, and we'll get into it. But if you don't even know what it's about, after being committed for 15 years, Michael Myers, now a grown man and still very dangerous, escapes from the mental institution and immediately returns to Haddonfield to find his baby sister, Lori. So that may sound very similar, yeah?
Yeah, it's a reimagining of Halloween, right?
It's a remake.
Yeah.
By the way, pet peeve of ours, remakes with the exact same name.
Oh, dude, it's just hard to find. And then Halloween, there's a bunch of, like, Halloweens. You look up Halloween, I mean, you're not only getting Halloween movies, you're getting random Halloween stuff.
Correct. Yes. Halloween is, I don't know if you guys know this, a highly searched term. People look up a lot of stuff around Halloween.
Yeah, I want a Halloween and the number after it. I mean, honestly, I want to know this is Halloween number 8, even though it doesn't really fall in line. I don't care.
Yeah, because in order to find this movie, you have to type in Halloween 2007. Maybe even throw a movie on there sometimes.
Well, and for the series, you have to, like, I always have to Google, hey, I need Halloween in the order that it needs to be watched in, or the chronological order, just so I even know what's coming up.
It's like, yeah, when we go to a new movie, I have to start by Googling the order of the movies to figure out which one's next. And then I find out it's Halloween 2007. I got to type in Halloween 2007. I know, it's like 3 more numbers I have to type in. It's annoying, though.
It's just too much. For any of you guys making series in the future, please number them.
All right. So as we mentioned, this is written and directed by John Hill. I just made up a name.
Yeah,
I mixed John Carpenter, Deborah Hill, who I don't think had anything to do with this.
No.
This is written and directed by Rob Zombie. Actors, dude, there is a lot of actors in here. We have Danielle Harris. If you don't remember, Danielle Harris, she played...
Dude, that's Jamie.
Yep, she played Jamie in the previous one.
Who is she in the movie?
Annie. I think the friend Annie.
Oh, okay.
There's Scout Taylor Compton, Danny Trejo. Of course, it's Rob Zombie, so who's going to be in it?
Firefly family.
And Sherry Moon Zombie.
Dude, I didn't realize they were all in this.
Oh, dude, they're all over the place. And Bill Moseley's in it, too.
What, Billy?
Yeah, if you guys don't, Chop Top, he's in this movie. Small little part, but he has one line that I liked.
I do like that Rob Zombie keeps his people in the movies. It is fun. I mean, this is very much like every other Rob Zombie movie. So might as well keep the same people
in. Yeah, the more Rob Zombie movies we see, it's like they're very similar. But what did the critics have to say? We'll start off with some Rotten Tomatoes. Critics gave it a 28%, audience a 59%. So actually not bad on the audience side. Critics, not too good. Certified rotten there.
Do critics just not like Rob Zombie movies?
No, I could, actually that could be true. But I could see, like, you got to be open to a Rob Zombie movie.
Dude, I'm going to be honest with you. I feel pressure to like Rob Zombie movies. I don't think I do. I like certain things he does, but there's also a big part of what makes his movies, and we'll get into it, that I really don't like.
There's a couple things that you're going to be shocked at what I didn't like at this point, and he may have ruined my life.
Oh, God.
That's maybe a little dramatic.
Yeah, come on.
All right, but let's get to a couple reviews of what people actually said. We have O'Neill, who left a review saying, unwatchable junk. I just couldn't. I'm sorry. Pure trash. 0.5 stars.
Bro, he didn't even give him a full star.
Not even a full star. The disrespect.
Yeah, that's just rude.
All right, the next one's an unnamed review. Great remake, and Rob Zombie knows how to make movies more of a backstory and not how the original kid kills his sister years later. Well, spoiler alert. His escape shows why he became who he is. One of the best remakes, isn't better than the original, but great remake, 5 stars.
Yeah, and we'll get into it, but I will say, I did like the way he reimagined the movie. He did change it enough that it wasn't exactly like the original.
Yeah,
So I liked how he switched it up a little.
there was things for sure that I'm like, oh, I like what he did there. Then there was things where I'm like, oh, he's doing that again and again
Rob,
and again.
no, he said no, Rob.
All right, something I want to let you guys know. I have something special at the end of this
Oh, okay.
because I feel like after these movies, there's things we learn. There's survival tips to know. So I threw in some survival tips that you can learn from these movies.
Well, thank you, I guess. I don't know anything about this, so I don't know if I support this, but he's doing it.
Yeah, because when I watch it afterwards, I'm always thinking like, oh, if you do this, you're going to die.
Well, we thought about doing a series, right? A video series doing that kind of thing, right? Like how to survive a movie, like how
Yeah.
not to do stupid things,
Right. We
Yeah,
did.
Yeah.
And that's still an idea that's in there somewhere.
Well, it's around.
All right, before we jump in, special thanks to our new and returning members. We have Chaz, Roman, Paul, aka Comics is back, and Intrepid. So we appreciate you guys. Hey, we're on Patreon and Spotify. We'd love to have you guys.
Absolutely.
And Spotify is a platform for audio. That is not where you become a member. That would be YouTube.
Good save there. Yes, thank you all our members. Dude, honestly, we appreciate the support.
Hey, do you want more Fright Night Flicks? We got you covered. When you join our Patreon or become a YouTube member, you get access to a bonus episode every month. And trust me, we have some episodes you're not going to want to miss. Everything from cult classics to slashers and some of the most absurd horror movies that we just can't fit on the main show, like Troll 2, which has no trolls and isn't related to Troll 1. And if that isn't enough, you'll get early access to all the episodes before anybody else. And if you really want to be part of the madness, our top tier members can pick our horror movies and make us suffer through whatever you guys want. So if you really love what we do and want to help support the show, head over to Patreon, search up Fright Night Flicks, or just hit that little join button on YouTube. We'd love to have you. Back to the show. Yes, all right. Let's get into the initial impressions.
Well, I have a list of things I want to talk about. I don't know how many of these things we want to go through because I have some issues with the movie.
Well, yeah,
So first
we
of
can
all,
get into it.
The main thing is you now knowing we've watched all the Firefly series or whatever. We House of Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects. We watched all those movies. So I know what to expect from a Rob Zombie movie. And that's exactly what I got with this. Honestly, there was nothing that surprised me when I watched this at all.
Yeah.
And here's the one thing I will say that he did really good. I love the Michael Myers. In fact, I would say this is my favorite version of Michael Myers.
He is huge.
He's a freaking beast.
Giant, he explodes doors. He's pretty brutal. Although I wouldn't say the kills were like the best in this movie.
Exactly my point. That's where I was going with that. He was so big, I'm like, okay, dude, I can't wait to see what Rob does with this guy. Mostly like wrestler moves. Lots of slamming people around. Yeah, the kills, I honestly don't remember one that even stood out as cool. Like, I wanted to see him with his strength grab someone, take that little sword or knife, whatever he's using. I wanted to see him stab someone to the ceiling and pin him up top.
Yeah, we didn't get that in this one. In fact, there were some where they kind of cut through the kills, and maybe it was like they couldn't show too much, but definitely didn't blow me away there.
No, so I did like the new Michael he brought to the stage here.
Can we just get to the point of Rob Zombie and what he does too much of? Because it's affected me.
Is it the dialogue or the nudity?
It's the
Yeah, dude, I get it, Rob. We all like him, okay? We don't need to put him all over the place. And honestly, it's distracting.
Dude, it is so much. Every girl is going to be naked. And then it's not just, well, it is just naked, but they'll put them, like, they'll show them topless. And you're like, okay, I see this coming, right? But then they'll show them again and again. Then they're like totally naked. And then they're getting murdered naked. And then their dead bodies on the ground naked later on. Like, you see them like 5 different times naked. It's like, we get it, dude.
Oh, no, here's my favorite part. It's not only that. There'll be a character in this movie who's reading a magazine with naked women.
I have that.
Guess what? We're going to see it. We're going to see it all. You don't have to show us.
Don't worry. I got a line covering that one.
Okay.
I got a whole setup for that.
Dude, I'm watching this at my son's football practice. I'm in the car, right? And I'm like, oh my God. Like, I'm having to cover the screen because I'm like, if some parent sees what I'm watching, I mean, that's a bad look.
You gotta have earbuds in too, because that's the other side, is he makes the characters so vulgar and over the top and like foul mouth that it's like, it's too far. It's to the point where like, I don't even know a single person who speaks like this.
I've been around locker rooms and I've never heard anyone with that crass of mouth.
I work in a firehouse. There's some foul mouthed people in there.
Yeah.
Never heard anything like this.
No, dude. I don't know why he does that. I just never liked the dialogue, to be honest. I get it in the other movies, it's more gritty, so it works a little bit better, but this one, it just didn't.
See, that's where I kind of agree. Like, yeah, when you're like with the Firefly family and it's like these degenerate, like crazy psycho people, you're like, okay, that can kind of fit, but we're like in suburbia here. Yeah, we may still have some whiskey tangos around.
Whiskey tangos.
But you don't make the girls that are like going to school talk like that.
No, and then, well, that leads me straight into I didn't like any of the characters in this movie, which made all the kills kind of mean nothing to me.
Yeah, that's a good point. I did not care about anybody.
Yeah, to make a horror movie effective, I feel like you need to have either really good kills or you have to care about the people getting killed. And neither of those really worked for me. I actually thought I'd like this a little bit more. I was expecting Rob to have, I don't know, more effective kills, more gore, more something interesting, and it just wasn't there. I don't know if they got hit by ratings, like they had to maybe dial it down a little bit or something. Maybe there's a director's cut that's better, but to me, this just lacked.
Yeah, I think, like I said, it's hard because it's a remake of like a pretty great movie.
Yeah.
So they have to like follow that storyline. But yeah, I was thinking it was just going to be like grittier and more intense and better kills.
It was grittier, though. I do feel like he definitely brought the gritty, darker side of things, which it kind of worked. And again, the backstory to Michael, I thought that was really interesting. I got to highlight that. That was interesting. We haven't seen that before, right? Really showing how Michael turned into a monster.
Yeah, but I don't know. See, I don't really like it though, because I kind of like the mystery of like, how did he become this way? And it takes that evil spin that he's just like this super evil kid instead of, I just don't love the child abuse.
No, it's not.
He's more of a victim than,
it's not
just this
really
evil spirit.
Yeah, it's not really fun to watch, but it is interesting to see how he kind of started off as a somewhat normal kid and then just turns into like nothing. But even that, that part was like way too long. And they were really just showing Dr. Loomis, which we have to say, they have Dr. Loomis, and this guy is playing a good version of Dr. Loomis. I like just having him in. I mean, it's tough because it's like he's just copying Dr. Loomis.
You know the worst part about the new Dr. Loomis?
Yeah.
Is that they made him have hair. Because Dr. Loomis is a bald man, and he can't be taking roles from our people.
Not that we our people. I don't claim. I don't identify as that. No, that is funny. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, it's totally right.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Anyways, we can just get into it.
All right, let's get into the breakdown. We start off with a quote from Dr. Samuel Loomis. The darkest souls are not those which choose to exist within the hell of the abyss, but those who choose to break free from the abyss and move silently among us.
Dang. So not only the darkest souls that keep it inside, the ones that go out and attack.
Yeah,
I hate it, Loom.
That's dark. Again, just more nonsense from Loomis.
Still at it even after death.
R.I.P. Loomis. R.I.P. All right, so we cut to Haddonfield, Illinois, October 31st. Here's where we meet the Newmeyers family. Okay, so again, this is the same like storyline as the original Halloween. It's a remake, but there's going to be things that are a little different, right?
Right.
So here Michael starts off, and he's a rat killer. He kills rats.
Yeah, we're doing that serial killer thing, right? Where he's torturing animals.
Yes, he's going to like to kill animals, and he already like wears a mask a little much. It's Halloween, so maybe that's his thing. I don't know. You get the vibes. He just likes wearing masks.
Yeah, I think, and he's already dabbling in the dark side, so that's what we're learning.
All right, let me introduce you to the rest of the family here. We have Deborah Myers, played by Sherry Moon Zombie. She, I'm just going to say it, is a white trash stripper. That's her thing.
Yep.
Ronnie is her boyfriend and, I don't know, plays a over-the-top, super vulgar, abusive stripper boyfriend, right?
Yeah, I didn't even realize that was her boyfriend.
It almost doesn't seem like it is. I guess it is.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure. Could he not walk?
He's like got casts. Like he got in some accident. So he's got like a cast on his arm and his leg.
Oh, whatever.
So he's all jacked up. So anyways, that does come into play a little bit. And then we have the baby, Lori.
Yeah.
So Lori plays a baby. They don't, they try to not allude to that at first, but we've all seen the first movie. So we'll just, go with it.
Yeah. And what we're going to see is Rob Zombie's giving us the white trash fighting, which I love to watch in movies.
Well, dude, it's like the first minute of the movie, we go full zombie mode. That's what I'm going to call it. We're full zombie mode here. So Deborah and Ronnie get into an argument. And like the first thing that comes up is stripping and blowing on immediately. You're just like, okay, we're just going to like go all the way in here.
Yeah, welcome to Rob Zombie movies. This is what we signed up for, guys. Strap in.
But that's just like the beginning, because Ronnie follows this up. He's getting all pissed off at her. Again, they're fighting. He threatens to crawl over to Deborah and skull her.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Like, I don't even know who would say such a thing.
No one. I just wonder why Rob Zombie's into this dialogue and where does he pull this from?
I don't know. But hey, guess what? There's more.
Oh, yay.
Because after saying all this to Deborah, which, by the way, just seems like normal for them.
Yeah, there's a normal Monday.
Yeah, he sees Judith walk out of the room. Now, Judith is the younger daughter, right?
Right.
And as she leaves, he has to comment on what a nice ass she has. Hey, by the way, she's 16.
Yeah, it's gross. I mean, they're doing that on purpose. They're making him a perv and disgusting.
Yeah, so let's just sum this up. In the first minute, we have an absurd amount of yelling, cussing, pedophilia, and child neglect.
It's so weird, dude.
It's just again, it's just Rob is over the top. We're going over the top.
It's funny that he does this in a Halloween movie, which is never any of those things.
No.
He's just like, I'm going to take this thing you love and just turn it into my monster.
Right. Again, we're in suburbia.
Yeah.
It doesn't really fit as well.
No.
Judith ends up going up to get Michael out of the bathroom. He's up there. He's doing his little rat dissections. They show him with a bloody scalpel. So we know bad things are happening. It is unconfirmed. Well, because they played off like the rat died, but he obviously killed it, right?
Yeah. He's just not admitting to it yet.
Now, if you haven't enough of Ronnie yet, there's more here because he has to comment on Michael because he thinks Michael runs around like a little bitch.
Just out of nowhere just starts attacking this kid.
Yeah.
Which again, I'm like, why is this guy in the house?
It's just dysfunctional.
He's a problem. He's not good to have around.
Well, he's not done because he thinks Michael's probably a queer. These are his words, not mine. And that he should cut off his nuts and change his name to Michelle.
I mean, dude, immediately I'm like, yeah, you're going to die first. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're unnecessarily attacking poor little Michelle.
It's ridiculous. So anyways, Michael ends up coming downstairs and he lets them all know that his little rat Elvis has died. And how do you think the family reacts? Well, if you said Judith probably j***s off a milk bottle, you'd be correct.
Oh. Why did she do that?
Because she's making fun of Michael, oh, this is him with Elvis, even though his rat died. I mean, he killed it. They don't know that, but she pretends to it off like that's what he does to the rat.
Just unnecessarily mean.
Do you see how over the top this is?
That's what I'm saying. No one's likable, and it just doesn't even make sense in real life. Again, in these horror movies, you have to suspend disbelief. We've talked about this a lot, guys.
We have.
And this movie, I can't suspend it. It's just this just does not make sense in my brain why these people are acting this way.
It just doesn't fit. There's dysfunctional families, there's abusive families, but to this level, it's let's just tone it down a little bit.
I don't need to see a movie about them.
Sometimes less is more.
Yeah, sure.
So Michael now ends up going to school, and we see that he can't even go take a crunch in peace because he goes into the boys' bathroom, and that's where we meet the flannel boys. Did you notice the flannel boys matching shirts?
No, but it's a cool style.
Yeah, two kids walking, same flannel shirts. So I bring that up because there's another scene we're going to talk about here in a minute. Well, they have some gossip about Judith because they heard Judith got caught giving BJ's in the boys' bathroom. Again, and this never ends. It never ends. Not only did she get BJ's, she had so much fluid in her stomach. They say she had to have her stomach pumped.
What's wrong with Rob? Why is he coming up with it? Written and directed by Rob Zombie here. Okay.
That's where I made a note. I said, bro, Rob Zombie's got to chill. He's got to chill a little.
I don't understand why he wants to put this in a movie or what's interesting about it. Now I'm interested in behind the scenes, who is Rob Zombie?
Do you want to know?
No, I don't.
Well, that's when one kid, I'm going to call him Curls. There's the curly headed kid.
Okay.
He pulls out the Rabbit in Red lounge flyer. Now, what's interesting about this is Deborah, Michael's mom, is featured on it with stars on her and a skeleton covering her lower area.
Yeah, and they're setting this up because guess what, guys? We're going to get to watch her later.
Yeah, hey, you guys want to see her? It's a Rob Zombie movie. He's gonna make what's her name, Sherry?
Yeah.
He's gonna make her naked at some point.
Well, I was thinking too, is it him wanting to do that or is it her? They're both complicit.
Yeah, they both have to take the fall for
Anyways,
this.
yeah, things are falling apart all around Michael Myers. His mom's a stripper, his sister, everyone in his family hates him. I don't know.
Yeah, these kids at school are dicks. So anyways, let's pour a little more salt in the wound. So this curly-headed kid ends up slapping Michael over the head. And then he says, do you think she would for a quarter and let me suck? There was something about the way he delivered that line that actually made me laugh.
I mean, I'm just going to edit all this. It's going to be a big edit.
So they end up getting in a fight, which causes Mama Myers to get called to the school. All right. So we bring her over, and that's where we meet the child psychologist, who's Dr. Loomis. They bring the expert in, right?
Right.
So he's now at the school. And then, again, I don't hate the way they're reintroducing these characters in different ways, because now I actually kind of like this, that Loomis is more tied to him as a child. You know what I mean? Like there's a deeper connection other than like he just took care of him.
Yeah, it is cool to see how that connection between Michael and Loomis really got built.
Back with Loomis, they end up finding out that Michael's had like dead animals and photos in his backpack. Like he had a dead cat and then a bunch of photos. So again, we just hammer that point home.
All red flags.
He's a serial killer. Well, on the path. Don't worry, guys. He'll get there. Now, during this parent-teacher conference going on, Michael just like gets up and sneaks out of the room. Nobody notices. Whatever. Goes to his locker, grabs his mask, and he bails out of the school. Now, remember the denim boys?
Yeah.
Now they get out of school. They ain't wearing denim. They're wearing Sherpa-lined trucker jackets, both of them.
Oh, they change outfits?
Yeah, but they're wearing the same exact thing. They're
part of a gang.
It's just something I noticed where I'm like, I have to point this out because it's like odd.
It's just weird enough.
Yeah.
I will say though, going back to them attacking Michael, I do like it because these kids are so over the top and annoying. I'm like, yeah, let's just see them get killed. And I kind of actually feel that way about everyone.
Well, and I'm going to be on like their dialogue. Yeah, I could see some horrible kids saying something like that. That's not too out of the place. It's just like it's stacking up. My cup filleth over of the vulgar, language.
It's so much.
These kids get out of school. Their problem is that Michael's waiting for them, and they split off. The curly-headed kid decides, you know what? I'm gonna go for a wooded walk. Just all of a sudden walks through the forest all alone.
I mean, I'm imagining he's walking home through the densest forest in the city.
Yeah. Well, that's where Michael comes out of nowhere, ambushes him with a stick, beats his head in. The kid's like laying there pleading for his life, blood's on his face, and Michael's wearing that clown mask the whole time, right? So Michael ends up lifting the clown mask up, and you think maybe he's gonna like have some mercy, you know?
Yeah, maybe he won't finish him, but of course, we know it's Michael.
Yeah, it's Michael. So he ends up reaching in the kid's jacket, pulls out the flyer of his mom, takes a little look at it, looks back at him, mask down, beats him to death with a stick.
Boom. First kill. Simple and effective.
So Michael ends up heading home, and we get some more verbal abuse from Ronnie because Ronnie's found out that Michael's killed some animals. So he decides to call him a bundle of sticks, we're going to say.
Yeah.
And a whiny ass.
Yeah, what I did like, though, is when you see Michael go home, he's kind of just unaffected about killing someone. He starts talking to his mom, too, and he's just like, we're going to go trick-or-treating? Like, it's as if nothing happened. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, he seems to have a disconnect.
Yeah.
Maybe a lack of remorse. Anyways, yeah, at this point, though, I'm like, we got to kill Ronnie because I just can't take anymore.
It's annoying. He's a lot.
It's a lot. All right. So now Deborah, this is Halloween night. Deborah's got to take off to work. You guys know where she's going. And Judith is supposed to take Michael out trick-or-treating. But instead, Steve shows up. So she's got other things to do.
So you got to get another thing that happens to Michael. He doesn't even get to go trick-or-treating because no one cares enough to take him.
Yeah. So sad little Michael goes out to his stoop on the porch. Sits there and we have the song Love Hurts, that one playing.
Yeah.
Now we're getting cuts between Michael on the stoop and his mom stripping at her job.
Yeah, and this is when we get to see it, guys. There you go. Sherry Moon dancing on a pole.
I think we've made this comment before. Like, do you have to show your wife naked all the time?
I find it very odd. I would think you wouldn't want people to see, but Rob likes that type of thing.
Maybe he's like a sit in the corner type guy. You know what I mean?
Nothing would surprise me with this dialogue in this movie.
I'm joking. It's all jokes, all right?
I mean, but it makes sense.
All right. Well, remember that 16-year-old sister? How about we just do a scene now with her?
Bro, yeah, you're right. I knew when it happened, I felt uncomfortable. I'm like, this girl seems young. And I forgot she's supposed to be 16.
She's not actually, I'm sure, but yeah, obviously you couldn't do this. But not only do they show the scene, of course, they're going to show her, and it's just like disturbing. Like, she's supposed to be 16. Why are we doing this?
It's weird. Didn't like it. Still don't like it. Don't like it.
Didn't like it at all. Well, while they're doing this, Steve wants to spice it up a little. Again, that's her boyfriend. So he pulls out a mask, and it just so happens to be the iconic Myers mask.
See where we're going here.
So actually, though, it's a Steve mask. It's originally a Steve mask that converts to a Myers mask.
Oh, you mean you're calling Steve because he's the first one who had it?
Yeah. All right. So at this point, Ronnie's asleep. The two kids are boning upstairs. Michael decides to come back into the house, and he sits at the table and he eats some candy corn. The only reason I bring this up is I actually want to know your thoughts on candy corn. I feel like it's a love or hate thing.
It's okay. In fact, that's funny you say that because I'm like middle of the road. It's like I'll eat it, but I don't think it's that good.
Well, it makes you feel disgusting afterwards. But I do enjoy candy corn. What about the pumpkin ones?
I mean, those are like better versions of the candy corn.
No. The candy corn's better than the pumpkins.
I like the pumpkins, but it's like a 0 to me. It's like, I eat it and I just don't really care. It's not like I'm like that excited. It's like, oh, there's candy corn. I'll just eat some, I guess.
It's just delicious, though.
You like it?
I do like candy corn. Do I want to eat it all the time? No.
Like, would you ever buy candy corn other than for Halloween?
No. I wouldn't buy it.
Yeah, see?
That's enough about candy corn. Let's go to Michael, who goes to the drawer, decides he's going to get himself a little kit set up, grabs some duct tape and a butcher knife.
Yeah, you're finally like, here we go.
All right. So who's going to be the first one to go? Well, Ronnie happens to be asleep, so Michael meanders into that room. He sets down the knife, and then he tapes up Ronnie. Now, Ronnie is totally asleep. All right. Was he drinking?
I don't know. I was wondering the same thing. Like, how did he do all this work to him and the guy didn't wake up?
Yeah, he was like out cold. Like, he tapes up his head and even across his mouth, and the guy sleeps through the entire thing. So then Michael walks behind him, masks up, and then he slits his throat.
Yeah, that's where I'm like, oh, that's it? I mean, it was his first official. Well, no, I guess he killed that kid. Second kill?
Second kill.
But I was kind of expecting a little bit more. That's where this starts from.
I mean, I guess he taped him up so he could sit there and just watch him, which is, you know, something.
It is cold-blooded, and you're saying this kid's obviously maybe has some problems. I don't know.
Yeah. All right, so we go cut over to Judith and Steve, they've finished up what they've been doing, right?
Right.
And we get another Judith shot as she puts her shirt back on.
Sure, why not?
See, again, this is what I'm saying. It's not one. It's not two. It's like LeBron and his championships. Not one, not two, not three, except actually they do show a lot here. LeBron didn't win those championships. That's a whole nother thing.
Solid burn. Solid burn.
So Steve ends up going downstairs to the kitchen. Got to have some food after all the work he's been doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Michael creeps up.
I'd rather not talk about it.
Michael creeps up behind him with a baseball bat, raises it as high as he can over his head, and boom, hits him right over the top. And then Steve, falls to the ground. Then he just beats his head in. Steve's dead. Kill number 3 on the boards. I did like how when he's laying on the ground too, they have this blood trickle that like pushes the blood out, that it's just like dripping down.
Oh, I didn't notice that. It was all right. It was just, again, these are standard kills. Sure.
I just like the practical effects touch on that. Respect.
Shout
That's
out.
all.
Sure.
Time to go back to Judith, because now she's laying on the bed. She's got her headphones on. She's kind of like chilling. And here's where Michael just waddles into the room and he pulls his mask off. As he does, he stares longingly into her ass.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Dude, they have a shot going right up her backside.
Oh God, I didn't even notice that. I saw him touch your leg, but I didn't notice that part.
The only reason I bring that up is because there's another thing we're going to talk about later.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, no, they have like this really weird shot. Yeah, that's what I was like, why are we doing this? Like, she's supposed to be 16. We've already shown way too much.
It's his sister as well. He's a kid. It's all bad.
Not good. All right, now Michael decides he's going to do a little mask swap. He's going to swap out this clown or whatever he has on, switch it over to the Steve mask, which will become his mask.
Yeah, we're going and putting the Michael Myers mask on. He's in his form now, right?
Right.
The only problem is this mask is freaking gigantic and it looks so stupid.
He looks like a bobblehead.
It is the dumbest looking thing I've seen.
It's just too large, right? Did they make an oversized mask? That can't be the normal size.
That's what I was thinking too. I'm like, dude, I don't think this is a normal mask to begin with. Like, it did look just gigantic. I mean, he is a kid, but like, I don't think that mask that he was wearing would fit even an adult.
I don't know though. Well, see now, okay, that is interesting. Maybe they had to, I bet you they made it big because the real Michael, as he gets older, is going to be gigantic. So they wanted to have like a huge mask for him.
Hey, I don't know. All I know is it looks stupid.
It's large.
It is
right?
ridiculous looking.
All right. So Judith ends up like kind of like realizing someone's watching her, turns around, finds Michael there. She slaps him around a little bit, like, hey, get out of here. What are you doing? Staring at me in a weird way.
Well, it was also touch your leg. It was like, get out of here. Come on.
Yeah, it's getting odd. Michael then takes his knife, buries it into her tummy. So Judith takes a stab, but she ain't done. Then they cut. Again, there's a lot of these cuts where it's like, how did we get to this point? But they cut to her in the hall and she's got like blood in her nightgown and she's kind of like stumbling when Michael, of course, roams back over. And that's where I made a comment. It's just like seeing him in the hall with that big ass head. It just was funny looking.
Yeah, because it's like it's supposed to be scary, I think, or you're supposed to feel like, oh man, here's where he's really making his turn. It just looks silly. Like, this is so dumb looking.
Well, anyways, he ends up catching her, a few more slices, and then he just watches her as she takes her last breaths.
Yeah, so
R.I.P.
Michael
Judith.
has just like destroyed his family.
Yeah, well, he's not done because he goes into the room with the baby. He takes his knife and sets it down.
Yeah.
See, I set you guys up.
Yeah, so we see there is, at this point where they're really driving home, there is some humanity in Michael. He's not totally evil. There are some things he does love.
Right. And all these people did kind of ask to be murdered. They're not great people.
Except for the boyfriend. I don't know that he did anything wrong.
Yeah, well, I guess not.
Yeah, you wanted to say something, didn't you?
I did, but he didn't really do anything wrong. I was going to make a joke, but I'll just move past it. He wishes happy Halloween to the little baby. And then we cut over to Deborah, who just returns home and finds Michael at the stoop holding the baby.
Yeah, and my whole problem with all this stuff is like, yes, it's effective showing how Michael made his turn to evil. But I also don't like it because I do feel sympathetic, even though he's insane. It's like, this is a poor kid that is just has some huge problems.
He's been tortured.
Yeah, it's just not fun to watch. It doesn't make me feel good. I didn't enjoy any of that.
Yeah, I actually totally agree. I don't like, I mean, he's a victim in this at first, right?
Right.
That's how, so now you're kind of just feeling bad for this kid in this situation.
Yeah, he's got a horrible home life, and we get to watch all that.
Yeah. We cut now. The police have come to the scene, and this is again Sherry Moon Zombie, not the greatest actress, a little over the top. Like, her kids are coming out dead, and she's screaming. There's one kid. I said kids. You don't correct me in the comments. There's one that's dead. The multiple, 2 alive, 1 dead. Anyways,
Right, we got it.
so she's like over the top acting, and here's where I noticed the newspaper makes a mistake. And this bothered me too, because again, if you haven't noticed, I'm a little over the nudity and stuff in this movie.
Yeah.
It's over the top. And Judith was murdered, but she had a nightgown on. Now, in the writing, the reporter who's standing outside reporting on it, he says that she was found totally naked, stabbed to death in the hall.
Oh, that was Rob's initial plan. I'm sure he wanted her naked. The actress probably like, no.
Dude, I was just like, I can't even believe, like, even when you don't show it, you have to make the news reporter say that she was naked. It's like, come on, like, let's go.
Rob Zombie's gone completely out of control.
Anyways, Michael gets arrested. All right, we cut over to Smith's Grove 11 months later. Now, Michael's been found guilty of first-degree murder, probably multiple times, right?
Right. And this whole part of the movie is all just establishing the relationship between Michael and old Dr. Loomis.
Yeah, so Loomis has been appointed to oversee Michael's care. He's his psychologist.
Right.
The interesting thing is Michael doesn't remember anything about the killings. So he's like in there and he's like, why am I here? When can I go home? Do you remember anything that happened on that Halloween night? And he's like, no, I went trick-or-treating or whatever he says.
Yeah, which is interesting because I didn't know how to feel, because part of me feels bad when he's saying that, because I'm like, this poor kid got these issues, doesn't even realize why he's here, and he's just stuck and can't get out. But then also I'm like, wait, well, does he really not remember, or is he just saying that? Like, I honestly wanted them to show more of his psychopathic side, right? To like really show he's manipulating, but I don't know even what the case was.
Yeah, it's kind of leaves it a little bit in between, because he was doing all the he was on the serial killer path, obviously, but he'd been pushed to a certain point. Now he doesn't remember, but then he's going to, you're going to, I don't know, it's hard to say, because they almost make it like him being in this facility is what really pushes him over the edge. Or was it just a matter of time?
Yeah. chicken or the egg. I don't know.
So basically, I'm going to kind of blow through a lot of this, but
Absolutely, we do not need to stay in this facility because it's just a transition of masks and he just talks less.
yes. So he ends up like basically becoming more internal. Like he starts like socializing like he's becoming more quiet, wearing the mask more and more often. And he's like a master mask maker, like you said. He just makes a ton of them. And the only reason, or one reason I want to bring it up is because he does make one black mask that I thought was haunting.
Whoa, was that just the white paper with the black scribbles?
Yes, the black scribbles, and there's like a nose spot.
It would be fun to see a kill with that mask. I'm also thinking, like, would they really let this kid have all these masks? It seems like probably not a smart thing to do, let them hide their faces all the time.
We don't need to get into
you're
how the system works here.
Correct. I said, I'm like, dude, I don't even want to talk about that.
So he does have one friend here, an orderly. And you know what? His name, I don't even know this movie, Max, maybe, who knows? It's Danny Trejo.
Yeah, again, another guy from one of the old movies back.
Right. So he comes up later. So we'll just let you know he's there.
Well, we're just letting you know they're friends.
Yeah.
In Danny's mind.
So this all culminates where, again, you're kind of in between of like, is he good? Is he bad? Well, he ends up murdering a nurse with a spoon. So he's chosen the evil path.
Oh, it was a spoon?
I think it was a spoon. I watched it multiple times, and it looked like a spoon.
Yeah, they were in the room together. She turned her back. Boom, he got her. So
Yeah,
he is evil.
Yeah, not a good kid.
No.
All right, so at this point, this has pushed Deborah over the edge. She goes home. She picks up a gun. She watches some old home footage, and she ends it. We'll just leave it at that.
There's a loud boom, and we don't see anything, and she is out of the movie.
I think you guys can connect those dots.
And to me, I'm like, thank God, we're done with this scene. Sorry, Sherry. I've had enough of you dancing. Let's move on to the next part of the movie, because that was like a good 30, 40 minutes.
It was long. All right, we cut to 15 years later. We're still over at Smith's Grove. Danny Trejo now has moved up the ladder. He now has himself a trainee who's like a total idiot and needed to die. I didn't see this guy die, this trainee.
I don't know who, because we're gonna have an insane situation come up soon. I wasn't sure who those two people were. I thought it was one of the trainees that fights with Michael.
Fights with Michael?
I mean, this is the scene, Daniel, where he gets out.
You talking about the security guards?
Were those security guards or were those not people? I thought that was the trainee.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I don't even know. I don't know.
Well, he's got this trainee. The guy already it was, I don't know. It was an interesting character because it's like his first day and he's already fighting with Trejo about how things are going to work.
This guy would immediately be fired. But,
yeah.
Okay.
And as soon as he walks in Michael's room, he goes like, "Let's go, F nut." Like, it's like, what? Like, you think you speak like that to people?
Yeah. Why would you say that to him?
By the way, Michael's room now, it looks like a Slipknot concert. You know
totally,
what I mean?
It totally does.
And he actually would be a great like character for Slipknot. Like this giant dude.
I don't know anything about Slipknot. Sure.
You don't respect Slipknot?
I just don't know. Would he be a good character? I don't know. I don't even know the band. I've heard of him. I don't really know much about him.
Oh my gosh. You don't like Slipknot?
I don't think I like that hard rock that much.
Right. Well, we differ.
They're okay.
On that
They're
one.
okay. A little dark.
I'm a fan. I'm just going to say that. All right. So now the biggest thing though, Michael, we like see his full size and this dude looks like, I don't know, he's 6'7" or something.
This is, you gotta be careful with those numbers. Dude,
6 or 6'7".
Kid just went nuts, dude. Just cheering on the other side of the camera. No, dude, this is honestly the only time in this movie where I'm like, oh, dude, let's go. You see Michael stand up and he is a freaking monster.
Straight up unit.
I'm like, okay, Rob, I'm like, I can forgive you for all your stupid writing and all this the nudity, all this junk you throw in. This is what I wanted from you. And he nailed it because this is a monster, Michael. My only negative, though, a little too much wrestlery. I don't know why. I get the vibe that he's a wrestler, even the way he holds himself at times. But that's a nitpick. I'll take it for the size.
Okay. All right. So Michael then decides he's going to speak with Loomis. Decides. It's just how the facility works. He's got to speak with Loomis, right?
Right.
So here's what we learned. It's been 15 years. Michael hasn't spoken a single word. That's weird, but not as weird as what Loomis is about to say.
Okay.
Because Loomis has some issues as well. So he starts off again. He's sitting there with Michael. Michael doesn't speak. He's got to listen to this lunatic speak to him all day long for 15 years, by the way, right?
Right.
First thing he says is he was married, lasted 7 years. and divorced, oversharing.
Okay.
Like, do you think Michael wants to hear about your failed divorce?
This isn't about Michael anymore. It's about Loomis.
This is the craziest line he says. In some ways, Michael has become his best friend.
Keep in mind, guys, Michael hasn't talked in how long?
15.
Yeah, 15 years.
15 years. A psychotic kid who obviously was on his path to be a serial killer really hasn't shown a ton of like emotion or anything that would, I don't know, I would look for in a friend.
Yeah.
But yet this has become Loomis's best friend.
But see, I will say though, again, the whole thing about Michael, he's this pure evil, right? And Loomis's whole journey now is going to be telling everyone how bad Michael is.
Well, old Michael was pure evil. This Michael, I don't think we're not necessarily. Now I think he is pure evil, but he wasn't originally pure evil.
Well, whatever. My whole point is that...
Even now, I don't think he's pure evil. There's still a little bit in there.
My whole point is we're seeing Loomis and Michael together, and Loomis is learning how bad Michael really is. I don't feel like he really saw that. Yes, he did kill that girl, but we're not seeing him do evil things all the time. It's just like he snaps and does it. I don't think he's justified in thinking he is like this evil monster that's going to kill everyone right now.
Darren, he's murdered quite a few people at this point.
There are a lot of deaths under his belt.
He murdered a kid at school, his whole family, basically.
I get it. It might not even make total sense here, but I wanted to see more of like Loomis seeing crazy behavior in this facility rather than him just talking to no one. But he has lost it, so whatever. We'll go with it.
They went with the storyline where he stops talking. You don't want Michael speaking when he's older. You got to shut that down.
Yeah.
This is Loomis's last day with Michael. And you might be wondering, why would Loomis leave Michael? Well, that's because he's got a book out and he's got to go on tour here. Do you know what the book's called?
The Man Under the Mask.
The Devil's Eyes, the story of Michael Myers. This is his best friend, The Devil's Eyes.
Oh, it's time to cash in.
Yeah, so he's written a book. He's going on tour. What do you feel about, I mean, we already talked about the hair issue, but like Loomis, the new Loomis as a whole.
Again, I kind of mentioned it earlier. It's hard because I like the nod to Loomis. I like having Loomis in these movies, but it's really hard to see someone who's not the original. I forgot the original actor's name.
Donald Pleasant.
Yeah. It's hard to see someone playing his version and not him because he was so good. And then when you see someone else doing it, it's like, oh, he's just pretending to be him.
Yeah, I don't think this actor's like bad. It just doesn't have nearly the same bite.
Yeah, and then honestly, the whole time I'm like, oh, this guy's just playing Donald Pleasant, and so it just kind of threw me out of the movie, honestly.
Yeah,
but you gotta keep the character in.
We cut over to the security guards at Smith's Grove because tonight we have a big transfer. Michael is being moved out of the Grove to somewhere else. I don't even know where they're taking him, but they have to move him.
Oh, I didn't even know he was being transferred.
Yeah,
oh, that's funny.
That's the whole purpose. And here is where you're going to see a lot of rejects. Devil's rejects. So we have Bill Moseley, who's playing one of the guards. We have Mama Firefly. She's a guard. And there's a bunch of other ones. Like, you look at them, you're like, oh, I know this person. I know this one. You know what I mean? As they're tasked with moving Michael Myers, Bill Moseley hears it, and he's got a great line. He goes, trick or treat, baby. And just the way he says it, I love the line.
Dude, I don't think I saw this version. Did I see a different version? I don't think this even happened in mine.
Is there another version issue?
Dude, I think we have another version. Did you not see the two guys in Michael's room?
Well, Danny Trejo went to the room.
Oh my God, we did it again. We did it again.
These motherfuckers, how many movies, versions can you have?
My version was insane. That makes sense why you were confused when I said the guys that visited Michael.
Yes.
Oh my God. Why do they do this to us?
Where are you watching your movies? We need to make sure we watch on the same platform. You're going in a way you can't say.
I can't say where I get my material.
There's a free version. It's like Roku TV or something.
Why didn't you tell me?
Well, I didn't think I had to.
All right, well, here, can I say mine first?
Let's hear your version.
Okay, so in my version, there were two, I guess, security guards.
You didn't see Bill Moseley?
No.
Oh,
I don't think
man.
so. Yeah, so in my version, there was two security guards, and they were just having a good night. It was a late night at the facility, and they're walking down the hall.
Not Danny Trejo.
No, not Danny Trejo. Just two random guys. And they're just drinking, have a great time. Well, then they go into a girl's room, and they pull her out, and they're going to have their way with this girl.
Oh, wow.
Dude, this goes wild.
Wow.
Guys, this goes wild. So not only that, are they going to assault this woman who's, has these issues? They take her into Michael's room for some reason. So they open the door. Michael's sitting down working on masks, and they're assaulting this girl on the bed behind Michael. So Michael's just working on the mask, and these two are just assaulting her while also ripping on Michael sitting in front of him. Well, what do you think happens? Michael eventually snaps because I think they start wearing the mask while they're doing this crazy acts. Then Michael just gets up, grabs one, slams him, he ends up killing both of them. Actually, maybe all three of them.
How does he get out?
I think he just escapes. He just leaves.
Yeah, it's a completely different scene.
Yeah. That was insane.
All right. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Who knows what else will be different?
God, I don't know. Hopefully just that.
All right. So in my version now, Michael's all chained up, and he's got the security guards. And like I said, it's all his homeboys from the other movie.
Which is cool. I like that.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yours makes a lot more sense. It was probably better to watch than mine.
Yeah. So he's got this leather harness, and his wrists are chained, his feet are chained. He's even got a collar chain going on him. And he's wearing this orange mask. All right. So he's being walked down these security doors. They have to do the whole thing, scan him through one door to get to the next door. Well, once the final doors open, he just snaps his chains and starts smashing guards. Takes one's head, smashes it into the wall. Mama Firefly gets stuck behind one of the security doors, but then someone opens it up. She has a shotgun ready to go, takes a shot. Problem is, doesn't hit Michael. He throws one of her buddies in the way. That dude takes the shot. So Michael then charges the shotgun, right? Pushes it out of the way, grabs Mama Firefly's throat, rips it out.
Oh, I like that. All right.
Which that's an interesting move, the throat rip.
Well, I like that. And one of my nitpicks on Michael was going to be that he toys around too much. I want to see a killer that just goes for it. No more playing, just especially with a Rob Zombie movie. I want him just to hit fast and hard.
See, now he did, but again, even in this version, it's not he smashed a head and the throat rip was good. But other than that, the other people just kind of died from being just hit. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. He's too wrestler for me. Because in my version, when he was throwing one of the guys outside, he was throw him against the wall, throw him against another wall, throw him to the ground. It's what are we doing? Why are you just tossing him?
Yeah.
You're not in a ring.
Yeah, there is a lot of that. I want to see an arm get ripped off or super strength, punch through a head.
Oh, absolutely, dude. Yeah, just how about you just grab the head and pop it off, right?
Yeah,
something
like
insane.
All right. Well, my scene's not over yet because Danny Trejo now is clocking out. So you don't even know about Trejo. Did you even see him?
No, because then I do see the part where Trejo clocks out where he's retiring, right?
Yeah, well, he's about to. I think he's coming up on retirement.
Yeah.
So he ends up coming across the whole bloodbath. I think we're merging.
Yeah, because what happened in mine is Michael had killed, it looks like everyone who was working at the facility now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed. So then he comes face to face with Michael, and that's where he's like, oh no, you're out, Michael. I'm going to have to put you back in the room. Yeah. So he reaches down and gets the handcuff.
Well, and they had established, which I thought was interesting, that Trejo and Michael were friends. Because even at that point earlier, I'm like, this seems weird. Why do you think he's your friend? But okay.
Yeah, because they showed it he gave Michael advice when he was young, and they've been together for 15 years, and he's always treated him with respect.
Yeah.
Does that pay off?
No.
Not so much.
That was a mistake.
So Michael does look like he's going to comply. He puts out his hand, and Trejo's like, okay, takes the cuffs and goes to put him on. When Michael grabs him, another throws him against the wall, knocks him down, grabs him, starts to drown him in the sink, and you think he's going to finish it there, but he lets him go. Or does he? He does let him go, but instead he grabs the TV, over his head, smashes it. Trejo's dead. You don't see it, though.
The TV smashing, great idea. I would have loved to see it. Didn't, though.
No, you just see it picked up and dropped. So Loomis ends up getting a call from Dr. Kloppenston, who's played by Clint Howard. I just threw that in there because it's Clint Howard, and you don't really see him anymore. But now Loomis knows Michael's escaped.
Is it Clint Howard? Am I supposed to know? Is that Ron Howard's brother?
I think so. I think they're brothers.
He's like, know who he is.
Well, he's like, no, you know him. If you saw his face, you totally know him.
Okay.
He's been in a bunch of stuff. Now we cut over to Grizzly. He's a truck driver. He's also Ken Force, who was also Sid Haig's brother in Devil's Rejects? Is that the one he's in?
Yeah. Was it Rejects? Where they go to his brothel or whatever.
He runs the brothel.
Yeah.
Playing the same type of character here.
I like seeing all the characters again. It's fun.
Yeah, so he arrives at is it a truck wash or a gas station? It looked like a washing station.
I mean, I just imagine it's one of those trucker stops.
Yeah.
Where they hang out and do stuff.
So here we go, because he goes into the bathroom, and his purpose of going in here is to...
It's like, dude, Rob, could you be more disgusting? You're in a trucker bathroom. Yeah, this guy's looking at a magazine with naked women. It's just gross and dirty.
Well, you remember when I talked about Judith's
Yeah.
Well, we didn't actually see it then. It looked close, but here you actually get to see a.
Dude, I know. I'm in the car. I'm in the car with people around. I'm like shielding, like, oh God, please no one see this. I mean, sometimes I have to turn the dang phone. It's just like, why are we seeing naked woman in a magazine that the guy in the movie's looking at?
They have to show it. He has to show it. Anyways, Michael ends up walking into this bathroom, gives a little knock on the door, which I thought was nice. He knocked.
Just play it.
And the Grizz is like, hey, dude, I'm give me a minute, which Michael isn't going to wait, right?
No.
So Grizzly ends up pulling out a knife, opens the stall, threatens Michael, which results in Michael taking the knife. Actually, you know what he did too much of? He grabbed the knife and he slammed it against the stall. And all he's doing is taking the hand and hitting it, and he did it like 15 times.
They're showing how much power he has because he's hitting the stall next to him, but it's like denting the stall.
But if you had that much power, just grab his arm, crush it, and take the knife.
Exactly. It's again, there's too much wrestling around.
Yeah, agreed. Anyways, Michael ends up taking the knife, stabbing him in the stomach. Grizzly's dead.
See ya.
And my question was this for the truck?
So funny you said that because I'm sitting here thinking, because when we talk doing these podcasts, I'm thinking ahead of like where this is going because sometimes I forget. I was thinking it was to get the truck, but now I'm like, did Michael ever drive a truck?
Well, that's a big rig too. That takes a little more like knowledge than just a normal car.
I don't know how to drive a truck like that.
Yeah, I
but
mean,
did he even
it'd be
drive
tough.
it? I don't even know what he was doing there. Now that you say that,
Dude, I had multiple. I was like, did he take his outfit? But he didn't. It didn't look like he did. I think it was for the truck because they set up roadblocks, and I think that was his way to get through. They never show him in the truck.
all right, I don't know. I guess so.
I'm gonna assume it was for the truck. Let us know in the comments. Maybe you guys know something else.
I'm sure you do.
All right, we cut over to Haddonfield, Illinois. It's guess what?
Halloween.
October 31st. Now we meet Lori, who's living with her parents. You know how this story goes, right?
Yes.
So the Strodes, her dad, he's in real estate, and they just so happen to be selling the Myers' old house.
I mean, this is where it gets back to like the original movie.
Yeah.
If you feel like you're back, to me, that first part felt like Rob Zombie's creation, if we want to call it that. And then now we're kind of going back into the more traditional Halloween.
And Sherry Moon Zombie is dead in this movie, but I do feel like her spirit was reincarnated into young Lori because the first thing that happens, Lori comes downstairs and they're talking about this guy, Mr. Nichols, who's like a pedophile or something. She's like, oh, he wanted to touch me. And she pulls out these bagels and she's like, oh, he wanted to touch me. It seemed very Sherry Moon Zombie.
You're right. It does. And it was gross. And again, I'm like, oh, okay, so this is our main character who's just weird.
We're in suburban neighborhood. This isn't the white trash family. This is supposed to be normal people, you know?
Wait, so just to be clear, this is Michael's sister. She was the baby earlier on.
This is Lori.
Yes.
I think
I'm just making sure that we're on the same page. You never know with these Halloween movies because at some point, I don't think Michael and Lori are brother and sister down the road.
Well, let's not even think about that.
Because, by the way, in the original, we might have talked about this. I forget things. They weren't supposed to be brother and sister. I think that's something they built for part 2.
Oh, maybe that is
It's
true.
funny that we probably already had this conversation and forgot it.
That's possible. All right, so we see Lori, we see the Strodes now. Now we go to Michael, who's returned back to his home. So he's there, it's all dilapidated. He takes off his mask and he starts digging through the floorboards, and he gets 2 things, his knife and his mask, and we get to see the new Myers mask. This is like what's funny? It's actually kind of a zombie mask. So
Why do you say that?
it's got like scars on it, and it's like a lot of cuts and stuff in it.
I gotta be honest, I like the mask. I think it actually looks pretty good.
Yeah, it's not a bad mask.
Compared to some of those other ones we've had recently, dude, this is a good mask. I mean, especially the CGI mask in H2O. I like the mask. Hey, here's what's good about it. It's not distracting. It's not bad enough to where I notice it. It's like, oh, okay, it looks scary. Let's move on.
It looks good. We'll take it.
Yeah.
So Lori now goes to school, and we meet a couple of her friends. So we have Annie, who's played by Danielle Harris, who played Jamie in a previous movie.
Yeah.
So she plays Lori's friend in this, played Lori's daughter previously. We also have Linda Vander Clock, whatever, it's Linda. We'll talk about her as we go.
Yeah, and we're going to see that these are the most foul-mouthed girls you'll ever hear.
Foul-mouthed, just disgusting people.
Again, we have to say enough. I've never heard or seen any people like this in real life.
Annie has a plan for tonight, all right? Again, it's Halloween night. Lori's supposed to do some babysitting. So Annie said she's going to pretend to babysit Lindsay Wallace. Again, first movie, same kids coming back. She's going to take Lindsay, but she's going to dump her off with Lori and Tommy. And she's going to go hang out with her boyfriend, Paul. So they're going to go back to actually be Lindsay's place to hook up with Paul.
Okay.
That's a plan. And it does kind of play out that way. As they make this whole plan, Lindsay ends up looking out the window to see Michael across the street watching.
I did like these parts because, again, they're all throwbacks. And it is creepy to see, especially since this Michael is freaking huge.
Yeah.
So I thought actually the stalking parts worked really well.
Yeah, they weren't bad.
Yeah, that's all I gotta say. That's the only compliment I'm giving, Rob.
So now the girls leave school, and as they leave, they see Michael standing across the street, still just watching them. So Linda decides they're gonna taunt him a little. And she's like, hey, you want some of this young stuff? Again, zombie, chill. And then Annie threatens him that her dad's the sheriff, and they just basically talk shit to this guy watching him. So
It was cringy.
the way they talk, too, they have that drawn out, like, totally.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's a Sherry Moon zombie.
Yeah, I can't sorry. I don't, it gets old.
Yeah, it's annoying. Like I said, it's annoying and cringy to me. I just didn't like it.
You want
That's
some
why
of this stuff?
The only way this all works is that I'm like, hey, I know Michael's going to go on a rampage here soon, and I'm going to kind of enjoy what's going to happen.
Oh, all right. Well, now Loomis is in town, and he's doing some investigating, and he knows Michael escaped. He goes to the graveyard where he meets Chester, who's played by Sid Haig.
Oh, yeah, that was cool to see.
Yeah, so basically he learns here at the graveyard, Deborah's grave's been dug up. Or no, I don't know if her grave got dug up, but the tombstone got taken off. And instead, he left a dead body or dead carcass of a coyote.
Oh, yeah.
So a little offering to his mother. Thought sweet.
Yeah, Michael just stopped by to visit his mom.
Now it's time for Linda and Bob to arrive at the Myers house. All right. Now, this sounds weird. So Linda's one of the friends. Bob's her boyfriend, and I guess they go to this Myers house because that's where they party. Right?
Yeah, I guess so.
So
the rundown house, which I thought was like, dude, that is a dicey spot to go hang out.
I mean, kids, yeah, sometimes you want to have a place that's private. I wouldn't say that's the spot.
I was never desperate enough to go to a place like that.
No, I mean, go somewhere in your car.
Yeah.
So anyways, they immediately start boning, and guess what? There's more.
Yeah, there you go. You're welcome, guys.
There you go. There it is. And Michael's just creeping in the back watching this go down. Again, he likes to watch a little bit of that.
I mean, I think we all like to watch a little bit.
Lindsay ends up sending Bob to get some more beer. So he heads out to the van outside. But as he does, he passes this dark hall where we see Michael is standing in the darkness watching.
Ooh.
So Bob grabs a beer, returns to the house, and now he's got his ghost outfit on. And it's the iconic one from the first movie where the ghost in the glasses.
Hey, loved it the first time. Love it even more now.
So before he gets back to the room, Michael ambushes him, grabs him by the throat, lifts him a foot off the ground, takes his knife overhead, and just pins him to the wall.
Dude, okay, maybe a better version of the pin. I like the overhand too.
Yeah.
Solid kill.
Yeah, there's something about this because he's so tall too. So it's like he's holding him up and he's just like, bing. You're now part of the wall. So Michael now dons the ghost outfit, even the glasses, all right? And he returns to Lindsay's room. And how does Lindsay react to the ghost outfit?
How'd she react?
Well, she shows more
Oh.
More. And yeah, if you haven't guessed, she's completely naked as well. Why not? Let's just do everything.
Well, because we got to see the whole body now.
Yeah. But Lindsay only wants one thing. She just wants the beer. So she like looks over at Michael like, hey, can you just give me my beer? She thinks it's Bob.
Right.
Can you just give me the beer? Come to me and bring it. I'm not getting up. But Michael, he ain't no simp. All right? Because Michael stands there and he actually does have the beer too.
Which surprised me. I'm like, dude, this dude actually picked up a beer.
He's playing along, right? Yeah. And he's like, he holds it out like, if you want it, you got to come and get it, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, she walks over, grabs the beer, makes a fatal error, turning her back on him. To what she grabs her and strangles her. She's dead.
Again, she is completely naked in that scene, so just imagine that.
Yeah. Cut to Loomis. He goes to the gun shop and gets himself a .357 Magnum.
I mean, he's got to get stocked up, man.
Just know he's got a gun. That's all. Back at the Strodes. Annie now is reminiscing with her parents. They're sitting on the stoop watching the kids walk by. When, did I say Annie?
I think
Lori.
so.
It's Lori. It wasn't Annie. Lori's reminiscing with her parents. When Annie pulls up in her car, 'cause she's got to take her to the babysitting gig, Lori gets in. They take off. Now Mama Strode is like a little tired. She said, I'm going to go inside now. She gets up, leaves. Papa Strode's out there smoking a ciggy, complaining about vacation. I don't know why he hates vacations. He doesn't want to leave the house.
Well,
Whatever.
he's a homebody.
Actually, I do respect that.
Yeah,
I'm kind of a homebody.
honestly, that part I'm like, yeah, I do. I totally get it.
Yeah. So he ends up putting out the cigarette, starts to walk inside when Michael comes out of freaking nowhere with a running throat slit.
Oh, dude, it was solid. It was fast, though. Is that what he slit his throat and then
Yeah.
did he drag him in the house?
I don't remember if he drug him in right away, but he runs up and just whoosh, throat slice.
Dude, yeah, solid kill. Again, like you said, it was just shocking.
Yeah, that actually was probably the most shocking scene in the movie because I did not expect that to happen.
Because you're transitioning from a nice moment. You're kind of getting to learn about the Strodes. I'm like, oh, these seem like nice people. And boom, Michael comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's also Michael doesn't typically move that fast.
No, actually, yeah, good point.
Super fast Michael.
Oh, he's big and strong.
Yeah.
I'm for it.
Michael ends up going in the house. He attacks Mama Strode. They do weird stuff where he's standing over and she's just cowering, screaming. But then they cut and now she's crawling on the ground.
Yeah, I'm like, how did she get on the ground?
Yeah. It was the same thing with his sister when he killed her or stabbed her. Then all of a sudden she's in the hall. Same kind of cut thing.
I guess maybe
he
he just pushed her down and now she's her legs don't work.
Yeah. She ends up crawling away. Michael grabs her and then he picks up a photo of Lori and he's like, look, I'm kind of here for her.
Yeah.
But it
just a little
doesn't
miming.
Yeah, it doesn't really connect the dots here. So anyway, she gets thrown to the coffee table, shattering it. And then he grabs her by the hair, has her on her knees. And this was a weird kill because he's holding her hair and then you just hear a noise and she's dead. And I couldn't tell if he broke her neck. I'm assuming he stabbed her.
I don't know. And again, that's the problem with a lot of these kills. To me, they were fast and I wasn't sure what I even saw. So yeah, I honestly don't remember.
Because they're close up on her face. I watched it 4 times. And I'm he had to have stabbed her with his other hand. You just don't see the movement. And it doesn't really make sense. He's just kind of holding her hair and you hear but I think it was a
I mean, that's the funny thing with these movies. Sometimes you don't even have to show it. Just do a sound effect and we'll assume she died some way.
She did die.
Leave it to the imagination.
Yes. Now we get back over to Lori, who again she's babysitting Tommy at his place. And Tommy has a lot of questions about the boogeyman. All right. Now I'm not even going to talk about it that much. But this whole movie, they talk a stupid amount about the boogeyman.
Right. Which is kind of funny because it's they're talking about this guy or just a boogeyman in general. Are they talking about Michael? Because
no, they're just talking about a boogeyman, the concept of the boogeyman.
Okay, well, so similar to the first.
But obviously there is the real boogeyman who's walking around. Annie calls. She's over at Lindsay's house. She's letting Lori know, hey, I'm going to head over here in a little bit.
Right. Lindsay's the little girl, Annie's the older one, the one watching her.
Yes, Annie's the babysitter.
I'm saying that for them because I kind of forgot too. So,
So the only problem here is that Michael is outside of Annie's house watching her make these phone calls. So he's found the friend. So he's on his way, right?
How did he just so happened to find his sister when she went to drop off papers at his house, right?
Yes. Okay. I guess that's where that connection was made.
I mean, but how would he even know who she was?
He just felt it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to go deep into that, but that seems like a crazy thing to.
Yeah. They didn't connect those dots.
Yeah. Recognize your sister from when she was a baby or somehow find out that is your sister. It seems like a lot of work.
It does. It does. And there was some cover up, and we'll talk about that when we get there.
Okay.
So we're back at Lindsay's house, and she's watching The Thing from Another World, all right? This movie on TV. Side note, what's interesting about that, it's a throwback to the original Halloween because that's what they were watching there. And Carpenter did a remake called The Thing. You know The Thing. It's a great movie.
I don't know that I've seen it. Maybe I have. It's just been a long time.
It's a good one.
All right.
It's a good one. Anyways, so Lindsay's watching the movie, but Michael's actually standing behind watching her. So Michael's now in the house.
Right.
All right. So Michael takes his knife and he stabs it into her neck. No, I'm just kidding. That didn't happen.
Oh, I'm like, hold on. I'm like, dude, no, we switched versions again.
No, instead, he doesn't do anything. He slips into the shadows and he comes in, grabs Lindsay, and they take off to Tommy's place with a friend walking behind. Cut over to Loomis. He meets with Annie's dad, who's Sheriff Brackett, and he tells him about this dead coyote, the missing headstone. Michael's escaped, and the sheriff's just like, that's all a prank. that ain't real, right?
Right.
And he does make a point that how could someone carry the headstone because it weighs half a ton, which is how many pounds?
1,000.
You read it.
Yeah.
So like to lift that thing would be nearly impossible. But again, that shows Michael's strength. 1,000 pounds.
I mean, that's insane, especially that awkward weight, which I love the building of the strength of Michael. But it's like, okay, like instead of showing us how much he lifts, show me.
Yeah.
Show him doing some crazy things to bodies.
Not throwing people around.
I want to see someone get like thrown up over a house or something.
Yeah. And here's where Loomis delivers a line. And he says,
Evil is here. It's walking amongst us.
but it's not Loomis, so it's tough.
It doesn't hit because it's just a copy of Loomis to me.
Yeah, it's a tough role. It's a tough role to play.
Yeah.
Anyways, now Sheriff Brackett tells Loomis, you know what, dude? I've read your book, and I don't like you. Which isn't a great start.
I'm just like, okay.
He's basically like, hey, you're using Michael's name for views.
Right.
You know, the old clickbait job, right?
Yeah. View shaming the dude.
Yeah, but Loomis does reveal here that Lori is Michael's sister, and that's what's going on. He's after his sister.
Yeah, and this is the same old thing. Loomis is going around telling everyone, actually specifically the sheriff, like, Michael's here. We need to get everyone ready because he's going to start killing people.
Yeah, so after this, he does get on board, and he kind of believes him. Now Annie finally makes it over to Tommy's house. She's with Lori, and they have some girl talk because Annie wants to set Lori up with old Ben Tramer. Remember Ben Tramer? Also got trucked by that car in part 2.
Oh, was that him?
I think it was supposed to be.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Anyways, so she again the vulgar lines. It's so over the top, and she's like, "You need a boyfriend," and then they like literally like dry hump in front of the kids.
Yeah, I thought that was a weird conversation to be having around children.
It's all like just like what is wrong with these girls?
Like girls don't talk like that. I've never seen young girls talk like that. And especially if you're babysitting kids, you would never say that in front of them. I don't even want to watch that in a movie.
I mean, maybe some girls talk like that, but it's just so over the top. It's like these are like little kids around, and I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Paul shows up, takes Annie over to Lindsay's place. All right, so now they're out of there. Paul and Annie, as soon as they arrive, what do you think they're gonna do?
They're gonna hook up, and guess what? We get to watch.
Dude, you know what was funny about them? As they were like hooking up, they sounded like they were in a like she's like, you want to F me? The way they talked, I'm like, this is like corny over the top.
It's a Rob Zombie movie, Dan. We just got to get past that.
We see Annie's boobs. We'll see them multiple. Dude, honestly, we're going to see them a lot.
Yeah, that's all we're going to see now.
Yeah, and I'm going to let you guys know every time because it's a lot.
Yeah. I like that you bring it up because it just kind of highlights how ridiculous it is. Because when I'm watching, I realize this, but talking about it now, I'm like, dude, what the heck is he doing?
It's just so, it's, again, sometimes less is more. All right. Michael ends up strolling into the house. And I think even at this point, he's tired of seeing it because he usually will watch for a minute. This time he's like, dude, I'm over this.
Yeah.
He grabs Paul by the neck, just lifts him up, kind of by the scruff, like this part. Just
like a kitten.
Yeah, like a kitten. Pulls him up, stabs him like in the chest, and just like throws him to the side.
Boom,
right?
done. Out of here.
Now Annie gets obviously freaked out. So she jumps up, topless, just saying.
There you go.
Grabs a knife in the kitchen, right? And decides she's going to like get in a little knife fight with Michael.
Oh, which is like, I mean, yeah, which I get, like, fight back, but again, this is a Rob Zombie movie, so she's topless fighting back.
Yes. Well, it doesn't work because he just like power slaps her, knocks her to the floor. Now she's on her back again, bare chested. Just, some would say, what's up? So Michael ends up dragging her to the other room, and then it kind of cuts away. We cut over to Loomis and Sheriff Brackett. We learned that the sheriff did some pretty crazy stuff the night of the massacre. Back on that original night where Michael murdered the family. Dude, this is actually nutty. He decided he wanted to protect that baby. Why? I don't know. So he decides he's going to omit Lori from the report at all. Act like there was no baby there. And then he steals the baby. He drives it a town over and dumps it at an ER.
That is an insane thing to do as a police officer.
Like, do you think people are going to just forget that there was a baby?
Why would he even do that? You don't need to hide the baby.
I think his justification was like he didn't want her to live with the stigma of who her brother was. That's a bold move. I think there's like other routes that you could go.
I mean, obviously you have to check, is there other family that can take care of her?
Hey, guess what? You could like take her in, have her get adopted the normal route, and the same thing happens.
I mean, you just stole a baby.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The Strodes ended up adopting her, and they just so happened to be his friends, the Strodes.
Okay.
So that's how like the whole thing happened.
It was just random. Randomly, the Strodes adopted her and brought her back. That was not part of the plan.
Correct. Yes. Now let's cut back over to Lori, and this has got a little weird for me, but I think she's taking Lindsay home. That's the way I took it.
I got so lost in like who is where and who I'm even watching. I'm not kidding. I don't even know the difference between the friends. Like you're saying these kills, I don't even totally remember much of it because none of this like had any weight to it.
Well, it's almost like the same scenes keep happening. Like couples hooking up, dying, hooking up, dying.
And even the kills, I'm like, yeah, I don't, nothing even stood out. So I'm like, all right, like it just doesn't even stick.
Well, Lori's taking Lindsay home. At least it appears that way. I'm pretty sure she was. And when they walk in, they find Paul hanging with a pumpkin head.
I don't know why Michael did it, but I do like it. I thought it was cool looking.
I did like it too. It's a good decoration.
Yeah, and it's like a scary thing. You imagine opening the door and seeing a body with a pumpkin head. It's just like so many questions.
I feel like he was really proud of that one too, because at one point later he'll like kind of look at it and admire what he did.
Yeah, I think didn't he even push it a little bit? Yeah. Like, man, some good work. Which, hey, I'm with you, dude. Michael, you did a great job on that one.
So we have Paul hanging, and then we have Annie on the floor. Guess what? Still topless
for the boys.
No, she's alive. All right. So
dude, okay, that's why I'm like. Again, I hate when they do this with killers where they just keep people alive for no reason.
I think there is a reason because they want Danielle Harris in the next movie.
I shouldn't say there's no reason. It just doesn't fit with the killer. Like, shouldn't he just kill them? I guess I should say the killer I want should kill them right away. I don't like playing around too much.
I don't know. I don't know why he didn't. Whatever. Who cares?
So wait, that was Danielle Harris?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
it feels
anyways,
really weird watching these movies through like we do when she was just a kid a couple movies ago.
Yeah, she grew up.
Yeah.
Now we see her. Now we see her naked. Lori ends up grabbing Lindsay and say, "Hey, just go get help. Call for help. I'm gonna go." And actually, you know what's funny? She sent her for help, but then actually she went to the phone. Lori went to the phone too. So whatever, double help.
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah.
Twins.
So after Lindsay runs out the door though, and Lori splits off, the front door just starts to close, and behind that door, it's Michael.
Dude.
So he was just watching this whole thing.
It's a good creepy reveal. Also, when she ran in and saw the bodies, I'm gonna be honest, I might check on someone, but it's like, okay, hold on. I don't know what just happened in here. I don't want to hang out too much, right? Like, I'm not gonna go into the house to make the call. I'm gonna probably leave and come back.
Yeah, I mean, Annie will probably be fine. Anyways, Lori does. She gets the phone. She calls 911. Now, this is important. She calls from Lindsay's house and makes the report, right? Now, the sheriff is with Loomis, and they hear over the radio that a call was made by Laurie Strode. So they know, like, oh, Michael's there, right? It's going to get
I think you're going to clear up some confusion I had.
I don't think I'm going to clear it up. I think I'm going to point it out.
Yes.
Okay. So now Loomis and Brackett are on their way. Okay. We have police and stuff coming this direction.
Can I make a real quick point?
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, Michael didn't cut phone lines in this one, or lights. That's typically a move he would do.
Yeah, I thought the phone was going to be dead.
Or the lights. It's like it's standard Michael MO, modus of operandi.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah. I don't know. It's standard what he does. So anyways.
So at this point now, Lori makes the call, but now she's face to face with her brother. So she immediately breaks out a window and runs screaming to Tommy's house, takes off, bangs on the door. Tommy lets her in. Now, this is where it gets strange because Lindsay's here. Now, she just took Lindsay over to her house, told her to get help, and now she's just kind of chilling with Tommy in this house, and they don't seem to be, like, worked up at all.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know.
Like, Lindsay came down the stairs, and it's like as if she was just, like, sleeping or something.
Dude, I totally forgot that. Yeah, that's odd.
Yeah, so that's where I was like, she did take her over there, right?
Well, now that you're saying it, did she take her over there?
She definitely did take a child.
All right, whatever.
I'm assuming
I don't
it's
know.
her.
We're going to look past it. Who knows?
Michael shows up over at this house now. Immediately, shoulder checks the door, explodes it.
Love it.
He doesn't open doors in this movie. He just explodes them. Lori runs with the kids, goes into the bathroom when the police arrive. Here's the problem. They did not call from this house. Unless you're going to say Lindsay made the phone call, those cops should be arriving over at Lindsay's house, not at Tommy's house.
That's the funny thing. When the cops arrived and they were hiding, I'm like, oh, okay, we're having that classic situation. The cops are actually at a different location, which, like, from what you said, and from my understanding, they weren't supposed to be there either. But no, when they showed up at their house, I'm like, hold on, did I miss something?
The only way you could explain it is that there was 2 phone calls made. Lindsay called from that house, But they didn't show that.
Yeah, it just was confusing. It was too confusing for me as the audience to figure that out.
Yeah.
It didn't make sense, so.
Yes. Lori and the kids are in the bathroom. The cop comes to the door, and it's like one of those glass doors you can kind of like see through.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I was confused about what that door was.
Yeah, it's like powdered glass or whatever it is. You know what I mean? You guys know what I'm talking about. He's like, hey, open the door. And his partner at the same time is like clearing the house. So there's 2 cops in the house, right?
Yeah.
Lori goes to open the door, but that's when Michael arrives, grabs him, slams his body into the door, and then stabs him with like blood dripping down the glass door.
Dude, which was cool to see because you actually see the knife kind of go through the door and the blood's like coming down. Cool effect. But that's also why I was confused with the door. Was it like bending in?
I don't think it was bending.
Maybe it was just the shadow, because I was confused by what material that door was. But you're right. Now you're saying if it's like glass stuff, then that makes more sense. I thought it was like I thought he had hit him so hard that the door bent in when he was going down. I don't know what I was watching.
Michael now finishes the cop, explodes through the door. Again, huge, like just destroys it. But that's when the other cop shows up. He's like, freeze, pulls his gun on him, shoots him one time, then gets stabbed.
Michael has that closing speed in this one. It's like he's not going to wait around and just slowly walk. He's going to attack fast.
Yeah. Well, so this is like a lot of back and forth because he like explodes the bathroom door, leaves, then he comes back into the bathroom door, right? Then he just reaches in and grabs Lori, picks her up, and just takes off out of the house with her. And then by the time he gets to the front door, she's passed out.
Yeah, it's just like, what happened to her? Because he's just gets a limp body now.
I'm going to say terrified from fear.
Yeah.
Now Loomis and Brackett arrive at Lindsay's house. They don't go, so that's where it's like it came over the police radio. They went to Lindsay's house, not to Tommy's house.
Wait, where'd she call from?
Lindsay's house.
So they went to the right place.
Correct.
The other cops, we just don't know why they were there.
Correct.
Okay.
Why they went to that house.
Okay.
So we're back over at Lindsay's house. Annie's barely alive. Paul's still hanging around. Get it?
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? You get to see her boobs some more. Another scene with them. Tommy and Lindsay now come running over to Loomis at this house. All right. And they tell him, hey, Lori was over my house where those other cops were. We don't know why. He took off with Lori. So you got to go help her. Right.
Yep.
Now Lori wakes up and she's in Myers' house.
Oh, okay. That's where they were.
Yeah. And next to her is, guess what? You guys aren't going to believe this. A naked girl. It's Linda. Naked on the floor.
Just a naked body. There you go. Dude, I'm so over this movie.
Dude, I'm so many.
So over
you
it.
see, I just want to make it clear of how many naked girls there are in this. It's absurd. Now she's like in the basement and we see Michael's like decorated a little. He has his mom's headstone and he's also got a jack-o'-lantern.
I thought that was kind of funny too. I'm like, oh, it's kind of a cute little space he's got.
Yeah. But then my question is, did Michael carve the pumpkin?
I think he probably stole it. You would like to think he carved?
I'd like to see him carving a pumpkin.
I mean, that'd be funny to watch.
The shocking part here is Michael's again standing over and he actually takes that knife and sets it down.
And we put it down. Michael still has love for his little sister.
Yeah, so he gets on his knees and he pulls out a photo he's had all these years of him and her together, right?
Right.
And he presents it to her. And Lindsay looks at it, but the problem is she doesn't even know who she is.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. She has no idea.
She doesn't know that's her brother.
Oh, okay.
So she ends up being like, oh, I want to help you. Like, because she does sense there's some
Dude, that's
connection.
so funny. I didn't even think about that at all. I just assumed she knew.
No, she doesn't know at all.
Oh, interesting.
So she ends up kind of distracting him a little, reaches down, grabs his knife, stabs him in the neck.
Is it weird that part of me is like, dude, that's kind of messed up. Your brother was trying to help you.
No, I think they make you feel like that because I was like, just be cool with him right now.
Yeah.
You could get out of this. Maybe you could talk him into going back to the,
I mean, he's not that bad.
Yeah. So she stabs him in the neck. Problem here, though, is she's kind of trapped in this room. It seems to be like barricaded. I don't know how he got into the room. Apparently, there's no way out. So she ends up grabbing some boards, rips them loose, escapes that room, only to run into a chain link fence, what she's having trouble getting through. Now, at this point, Michael pulled the knife out of his neck. He like explodes through the wall next to her, grabbing her just as she is like opened up one little side of the chain link and she's able to like slip through that hole. But then she runs into another problem because it's a basement door. You see how we're recurring? It's like,
Yeah, I know. Dude, at this point, honestly, I'm like, dude, I'm going to put this like a higher speed so I get through this stupid movie. I was just like over it. Even the review, I'm even already thinking like, I'm zoned out thinking about what I'm going to say for the end and what score I'm going to give it. because it's dropping fast.
So she ends up shimmying through the basement doors. She gets out. Unfortunately, she immediately falls into an empty pool.
But
so,
now her legs are broken.
Yeah,
They're not really, but they just don't work. You know what I'm saying? They do that thing. You can't run.
Tough legs.
Yeah.
Heavy legs.
Yeah, they're numb.
Yeah, so Michael ends up walking down the steps into the pool, right? Again, it's an empty pool. That's where Loomis shows up and he goes, Michael, it's me, Samuel. I'm like, did he ever call himself Samuel? I think he'd say Dr. Loomis, but
yeah,
whatever.
I don't even, is that his first name? I didn't even know that. I've watched like 8 of these movies.
Well, they are best friends, I guess, so whatever. But then Michael gives him 3 back shots.
Pulls out the blicky and pop, pop, pop. But the problem I have with it is they talked about how big that gun is and how powerful it is, right? It's like there's no kickback and he's holding it with one hand.
Loomis, dude, he's got that grip strength. By the way, you didn't comment. I said back shots.
Oh, sorry. That was... good.
We're just burned out on anything sexual at this point.
Yeah.
Loomis drops Michael. He's down for the count, so we think. Takes her to the cop car, and that's where she looks at him and she goes, was that the boogeyman? And Loomis says, I do believe it was.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, dude, we're done. Like, that's anticlimactic.
Well, that's also like the ending of the first movie.
I know.
And it's like all that boogeyman talk paid off, right? And I honestly think they should have ended the movie here.
I think that was enough. Hey, dude, 2 hours, too long for this.
Yeah, we're not done though, guys. Because as they're sitting in the car, that passenger side window that Lori's sitting next to, it explodes. Michael is there. He grabs her, picks her up, and dude, this dude takes off fast with her. He's like sprinting with her like a sandbag. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's silly.
Yeah. So anyways, he gets to like the front door. Loomis catches up to him and he's like, don't take her. It's not her fault. I failed you. To which Michael's like, you're not wrong. So he lets her down, grabs him by the head, and just buries his thumbs in his eyes.
Yeah, dude. Poor Loomis.
That's Loomis. He's, I guess, dead. I don't know if they'll bring him back for part 2. We'll find out.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I was like, did that kill him?
They didn't. I'm just going to say, we're going to see his body later, and his eyes look totally fine.
Oh, I was going to say, because it would be interesting if they made him blind. Like, why not? Let's get weird with this.
Sure. Meanwhile, Lindsay, now escaping for her life, decides to go deeper into this house, right? Which is always a great idea. And then also, she's not going to go in like doors she can get through. She's going to find doors that are hard to get in, barely open, and she's going to squeeze through them.
Yes.
So she goes through this door, and then she breaks a hole in the wall, slithers inside, and now she's like a person under the stairs.
I don't know where she was hiding, to be honest.
Okay, well, it gets weird because she's clearly inside the wall. Or is she? Because it changes.
Yeah, because I thought she was like hidden behind like a little nook or something.
So at first she's in the wall. Like you can see like the lath and plaster stuff. They switch out. So anyways, we'll get to it. Michael grabs Loomis, starts dragging him.
Okay.
Why? Well, he's got to bring him to a point where Lindsay's going to find the gun. That's why.
Oh, okay.
And like I said, his eyes looked fine. Didn't see a lot of trauma. Now Michael has to search for Lindsay. And it's not hard because she's whimpering pretty loud inside this wall. Like she can't keep quiet.
You said Lindsay,
Lori, that's the one.
Yeah.
If I've said Lindsay before, I apologize. Anyways, so he ends up getting in the room where she's in, then walks out. Then walks back in and he's like piecing together this puzzle. At this point, he turns into a little bit of a detective.
Yeah, he's like look around. He grabs the dust off the ground, tastes it. She's here. I know she is.
Yeah. So he decides, you know what? She must be in the walls. So he just destroys this wall.
Dude, it's not like this destruction phase of Michael I thought was incredibly stupid and unnecessary. It went on for so long. Like we're going to get to it in a second too, where he destroys the ceiling. But this part, he's just destroying the wall, and it's just needlessly of him ripping this wall apart. And later, we're going to see he does the same thing to the ceiling for a good minute.
This all didn't need to be in the movie, I don't think.
No, it's just padding runtime for no reason. I get it. He's strong. He can rip things apart. I totally understand. Let's move on.
Well, speaking of moving on, so
yeah, I get it. You guys like podcasts. Can you end this one?
See, I even have it, Lindsay, in here. It's Lori. So Lori now has she's not in the wall anymore. Now she's behind a door, just kind of hiding.
Yeah, she's kind of watching Michael, right?
So I don't know how that transition occurred, but it happened. It just so happens Loomis's body is right near her, and that 357's calling her name. She ends up grabbing the gun. Michael walks in. She runs away some more. She climbs a ladder going to this tiny attic that she can barely even crawl through. Here's where Michael picks up a 2x4 and just starts shoving it into the ceiling, destroying the drywall. Basically, we have Laurie upstairs or in the attic crawling as that 2x4 just shooting up.
This is where it's like, this doesn't feel like Michael anymore. It just feels like a wrestling monster just destroying everything around him, right? Like, since when is like this guy has no chill, is just destroying everything, which I like the show of power, but it's like, dude, come on. Enough.
Yeah, it is definitely a lot. She ends up falling through the ceiling into another room. Michael obviously shows up. She points the gun at him. Michael sprints at her, tackles her, taking her out the second story window, landing on the lawn.
Right.
Again, wrestler move. Took her off the top rope, one might say.
Yeah. Just like, what is that move where I guess it's just a good tackle? I don't know. A tackle?
Tackle. So she wakes up. She's got like blood coming out of her eye and her mouth.
That's what I was thinking, a spear.
Oh, speared her, yeah.
Yeah, like a Goldberg spear. Is that right, wrestlers, fans out there?
I think he does do that, right? Yeah. So anyway, she's got blood all over. Michael's out cold, just laying there, right? She takes the gun, gets on top of him, points it at his head, and click, click, click. Then Michael grabs her hand, boom, blood just sprays on top of her, all over her face. That's the end of the movie.
I think, honestly, probably the best kill of the movie. I thought that was good because the suspense of her pulling that trigger, and then when it finally pops and the blood sprays, I'm like, yeah, that's good. Good job. That was cool.
I might have said Lindsay again. It's Laurie's face.
Yeah, Laurie, Lindsay. Who gives a shit?
No, I did think he's good. I thought her acting was good too because she was actually kind of horrified at like what just happened.
I mean, yeah, that would be pretty traumatic to shoot someone in the head and have the blood spray on you. So
yeah, let's do our final ratings and then we're gonna do our survival guide.
Oh, okay. I'll make it quick. It's a Rob Zombie movie. We got all the things Rob Zombie does. It's too much. Didn't find it entertaining. The people, the characters in the movie, didn't care about any of them. I don't feel like any of them were likable. The kills were a huge letdown. I didn't think, as we saw or listened to in the podcast, I didn't find him very memorable. I loved the Michael size. I loved how they built him into a beast, but that just didn't pay off to me. Ultimately, I didn't care about this movie. I still don't care about it now, and I wanted it to end. It was too long. You know what? I initially scored it a 6.2, but that's not right. This is like a 5.3.
Oh, we're close.
It's 5.3 because it's just, I don't really have any desire to rewatch it. I did find it somewhat entertaining watching just because I'm like, dude, what is Rob Zombie going to do? But if you guys have watched any of the other reviews, not a huge fan of his work. I probably, even if you've said this before, that I hype it up because I know people like Rob Zombie, so I don't want to let the people down or be too critical. I don't like his movies very much at all.
Yeah, we're different in that way because I actually do I like that series, The Devil's Rejects and those.
Well, don't pay that. I don't like them.
Corpses.
I liked House of a Thousand Corpses, but the other two I could have, not so into. we don't have to go there, but yeah, so that's my thought.
Yeah, you've hit it. I mean, way too many, I can't believe I'm going to say it, way too many naked girls. Didn't need that much. Less is more, you know what I mean?
You would have liked maybe a few more men in there.
You know what? Yeah, if you're going to show that many girls, we got to get a dong shot.
No, dude, no, we do not. Could you imagine if Rob Zombie was into dudes?
Dude, we'd be laughing so much. It'd be so good.
This movie would be insane.
It'd be great. I honestly think I might like him.
Well, that says more about you than anything.
No, the language over the top, nudity was way over the top, and for no reason. You know what I mean? That's the problem. It doesn't fit. And you do I feel like we had the same scene playing over and over, like hook up, die, hook up, die. I didn't care. I didn't like the backstory personally. I just don't like that. I don't know. I don't like to see the kid in the abusive situation, and
it wasn't fun to watch.
No, I didn't enjoy it. And the biggest thing. So we've hit on everything else. I don't really need to break it down. And you hit on it. The biggest thing to me is do I want to watch it again? And I'll tell you what, this is one of the few, actually, I think it's maybe one of the only movies I only watched one time.
I only watched it once too. I'm like, I'm not watching this.
I didn't want to watch it through again. I didn't find it that fun to watch or entertaining. So yeah, for that, I gave it a 5.2.
Dude, oh wow, look at us. We're right there. I thought this was going to be better for a Rob Zombie movie. I thought the kills were going to be way better. And that's the biggest disappointment is they just weren't. There are too many cutaways. Half of them I couldn't even see what was going on. And again, too much wrestling, dude. If you're going to make a freaking killer huge, just have him punching through bodies.
Yeah, ripping heads off.
These are his weapons.
Yeah. All right, I'd say it's time we go over the survival rules, what we learned to survive Michael Myers.
All right, I'm excited. This is interesting.
1, don't show your
Fair.
Although one survived.
Yeah.
We don't know if she did or not. It's not, but she went through a lot to survive.
I mean, that's a tough thing you have to go through. So as just to be safe, yeah, keep them under clothes.
Okay, here's another one. Don't hook up in other people's homes.
I mean, that's a fair life lesson. I don't know, life rule.
Yeah, I mean, everyone who did, well, I guess not ever. Okay, this Danielle Harris is causing a problem. It's one person who's like barely alive. We don't know if she died.
Your rules don't really work so far.
They do work. You're going to get nearly dead.
Okay.
Okay, if you babysit with kids, you stay with the kids to survive. Again, that one doesn't even hardly work because it's the same character that's causing problems.
Welcome to the worst rules ever. They're not rules. They're just guidelines.
Okay, this one works.
Okay.
Don't drink alcohol. Those who did died.
Okay. I mean, that's a standard survival rule. Yeah.
Yeah. Do some research on your parents and make sure they're real. That's just a tip because you may have a psychotic sibling that may come back and murder you.
Sure.
And if she knew about that, she may have been able to do better. She did survive either way.
Well, at least she'd be aware of the danger that could be following.
Don't try to reason with Michael unless it's on his terms. So Loomis made that mistake.
Yeah.
You can't. He made it a lot in multiple movies, but
Yeah, he always thinks he can get through to him. In reality, there was never any way that was going to happen.
Michael was perceptive with his sister. That's his terms.
Oh.
So always confirm he's dead. If unsure, you got to just keep killing.
Absolutely.
Like go over the top. By the way, the scene, I just watched Jeepers Creepers 2. That movie did it well. He made sure the little demon was like, he went over the top in the
What
kill.
are you watching part 2 for?
I just want to watch it.
Was it good?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's
Why are
good
you
in
watching
like
that?
bad movie ways, you know?
Yeah.
Don't ever try to knife fight with the master himself.
No,
That never works out.
he's just too good.
Guns will slow him down. Larger
don't kill.
caliber, the better. Not going to kill, but it will slow him down.
I mean, even like this shot in the head, it's going to slow him down like for like maybe a year or two. I don't know when the next one comes out. He'll go into a comatose state, but he'll be back.
Yeah. Michael doesn't have friends, so don't try to be one.
That's my favorite. That's good.
Although we learn later on, if you wear a mask, he may respect that and leave you alone.
We learn later on.
That was in our last movie.
Oh,
remember?
yeah. Well, that's not even this timeline.
I'm just saying in general.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Anyways, those are the survival rules I came up with. I'm sure there's more. Hey, if you guys got some, leave a comment. Before we take off, we got to have a special shout out to our family members. We have Oxley, Pretty Boy Fred, Crazy Meg, Lena, Vane, and Tanner. We appreciate you guys.
Dude, thank you guys so much for the support. Honestly, it helps us a ton.
Yes, and thank you all for watching. If you guys want to join up, check out our Patreon, check out our YouTube, join up. Love to read your name on here.
Yes. Hey, man, if you guys enjoyed the podcast, dude, honestly, we could really use reviews on Apple or Spotify. That would help us a ton. So please do.
Yep, we appreciate you guys, and we'll catch you in Halloween 2.
Yeah, have a good Halloween, everyone.
Happy Halloween.
Bye.
Bye.